Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to another video. All right, let's check it out. Let's see what we got for you right now. If you like those Italian cars that were when Italian cars were real good looking, not going to say reliable, but at least good looking and attractive and wanted by many of us, well, you're looking at the right video. What we got for you right now, it's a 1/43 scale 1974 Lancia Beta Montecarlo. Well, this is a nice looking example. I think is very well done, quite an attractive and quite rare car. You do not see these cars almost anywhere nowadays. I'm not even sure if I ever see one in person, just to put it like that. I think these cars were sold in America, but again, Lancia, it's it's like Alfa Romeo and Fiat. They rust like paper. After a few decades, you're only gonna see dust, but nothing else because it's rusted out. But unfortunately, that happens with a lot, like I said, a lot of cars actually, not just Italians. We keep always Italian, we always bad mouthing Italian cars with their rust, but we're going to see, we see many brands out there from many parts of the world, not just Europe, that they rust quite badly. Now, this nice Lancia Beta Monte Carlo. It's a model that came out in 1975, even though here says 1974. I think because that's when it came out actually. But it's a 1975 production till 1978. And then they had it for 1980 to 1981. Okay. Now, in the US, before I was talking about, I'm not sure if this car was sold in the US. They were sold in the US. But in the US, they were called Lancia Scorpion. Okay, consider a sports car only, and the body styles there were a two-door coupe and a two-door Targa. Targa, for the people that are not familiar, are the ones that open up and the roof opens up like in a T. Most of the time, that's what a Targa is. Now, engines on these nice looking cars, it came out with a 2.0 4 cylinder. Now in the US, these cars came out with a 1.8 4 cylinder, which I would love to know why, because usually in the US they request the opposite. They request especially back in the 70s, the bigger the engine, the better for the vehicle itself. The more potent, stronger. And this came only as a 5-speed manual. No automatics here. You don't find automatic on sports car back in the 70s, especially Italians. By American car, yes, but not Italians. It will be rare. By more like a luxurious type of car, but not a Lancia Beta Monte Carlo. All right, guys. I'm gonna let it go around a few times, and I'll be right back. All right, guys. I was actually reading, and this course unfortunately, did come with quite a few problems, issues. Now I'm gonna read something real quick. It said here the Monte Carlo / Scorpio, how it was called in the U.S., suffered from several issues between the taller springs used to meet the U.S. height requirements, a lack of caster, and bump steer handling suffered. Says here, engine noise was criticized. Road on Track, which is a magazine, a U.S. magazine, quite famous. Road and Track, Car and Driver, Motor Trend, those are the big three magazines from the U.S. Listing noise as one of their biggest complaints. And they commented, with little joy listening to the wheeze of the emissions equipped stiff four banger. So it was quite annoying, and especially remember the engine was right behind your neck, mid-engine car. It was literally right behind your head, so you're definitely gonna hear all the noise right next to your ears. I think it was a cute little car, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, another thing I noticed, I was looking at pictures. The US version, which was a Scorpio, came out with round headlights. That's another thing, with requirements of, the all the rules and regulations they had in the US. They just destroy the looks of many of these little cars from Europe. But especially back in the 70s, they used to put those big bumpers, otherwise those headlights were, you know touched to the wrong, to not make them look attractive no more, like how they were in real life. I don't know. I think it was very messy how they were. That's why a lot of these cars they were not as popular as they want them to be. But that's what happens when certain parts of the world back then they had some requirements, and then in this part of the world had a different requirement. All right, everyone. Hopefully, you're enjoying this video as much as I'm enjoying making it. Don't for, don't forget to comment below. Let me know what you guys think about this car. Do you like it? Do you remember them? Were they sold in your country? Were they popular in your country? Maybe it was not as popular in the U.S., but probably like in Italy. I'm thinking that if one country this car could have been popular, I would have to say Italy. Because if this car was not popular in Italy, I don't know what other market would probably beat beat the homeland market, especially when it comes to Lancia. Lancia is loved in Italy more than anywhere else in the world. All right, everyone. Let me know where you guys are from. Don't forget to give me that beautiful thumbs up that I always appreciate. Thank you so much. Don't forget to click and subscribe. And when you do, don't forget to click the bell next to the subscribe button. That will remind you when I'm posting more videos. Take care of yourselves more than ever, as I always say. And goodbye.